Hello friends, I am Old School and I welcome you for today's session of Speedy Current Affairs. I feel there is a gap for English students who want to listen current affairs of Speedy in English. So here I am with current affairs of May month. Before I start, I want to tell you a quote for motivation. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. Let's get started. I will repeat myself for 2 times so that you can register it. So let's get started. Which state celebrated its 61st Foundation Day on May 1st? Maharashtra and Gujarat. Which state celebrated its 61st Foundation Day on May 1st? Maharashtra and Gujarat. Which Indian teacher has been awarded the Order of Rising Sun by the government of Japan? Syamal Ganesh. Syamal Ganesh. Which Indian teacher has been awarded the Order of Rising Sun by the government of Japan? Syamal Ganesh. Pandit Devdutt Chaudhary alias Deepu Chaudhary has passed away on May 1st. Who was he? Sitar player. Pandit Devdutt Chaudhary alias Deepu Chaudhary passed away on May 1st. Who was he? Sitar player. Who has become the fifth country in the world to develop single crystal blade technology? It's India. Who has become the fifth country in the world to develop single crystal blade technology? India. How many soldiers died in an attack on army patrol in the Tahoe area of Niger? 16 soldiers. How many soldiers died in an attack on army patrol in the Tahoe area of Niger? 16 soldiers. Who became the 68th Grandmaster of India? Arjun Kalyan. Who became the 68th Grandmaster of India? Arjun Kalyan. Which day was celebrated on May 3 with the theme Information to Public Welfare? World Press Freedom Day, which day was celebrated on May 3 with the theme Information to Public Welfare, World Press Freedom Day. By what name has Russia developed the first vaccine for the coronavirus for animals? Carnivac Corp. By what name has Russia developed the first vaccine for the coronavirus for animals? Carnivac Corp. The Ministry of Ayush has taken steps to increase the availability of which polyherbal drug? Ayush 64. The Ministry of Ayush has taken steps to increase the availability of which polyherbal drug? Ayush 64. Who has been chosen as an athlete ambassador for the International Olympic Committee Believe in Sports campaign? PV Sindhu India and Michael Lee of Canada. Who has been chosen as the athlete ambassador for the International Olympic Committee Believe in Sports campaign? PV Sindhu and Michael Lee of Canada. Where has the country's first drive-in vaccination center has been launched? Mumbai. Where has been country's first drive-in vaccine center has been launched? Mumbai. Who won the World Snooker Championship 2021 title? Mark Selby, English by defeating Sean Murphy, English. Who won the World Snooker Championship? It's Mark Selby by defeating Sean Murphy. Both are from England. Who has been appointed as the Director of Indian Rice Research Institute? Raman Meenakshi Sundaram. Who has been appointed as the Director of Indian Rice Research Institute? It's Raman Meenakshi Sundaram. With the theme World Hand Hygiene Day was celebrated on 5th May. Theme was Second Save Lives, Clear Your Hand. With which theme World Hand Hygiene Day was celebrated on May 5th? Second Save Lives, Clear Your Hand. About how many years old sauropod dinosaur fossil has been found near West Khasi Hills of Meghalaya? 100 million years. About how many years old sauropod dinosaur fossil have been found near West Khasi Hills of Meghalaya? It's 100 million years. Who has been awarded the Sportsman of the Year and a Sportswoman of the Year at the sorry, who has been awarded Sportsman of the Year and a Sportswoman of the Year at 22nd Laurie's World Sports Award 2021 on May 6th. Rafael Nadal and Naomi Osaka, respectively. who has been awarded Sportsman of the Year and Sportswoman of the Year at the 22nd Laureate World Cup Sports Award 2021. It's Rafael Nadal and Naomi Osaka, respectively, which they were celebrated on May 7, World Athletics Day, which they were celebrated on May 7, it's World Athletic Day. With short, fi- with short film, Bollywood actor Anupam Kher has received the Best Actor award for the New York City International Film Festival. It's Happy Birthday. Which short film Bollywood actor Anupam Kher has received the Best Actor award at New York City International Film Festival? It's Happy Birthday. Which day was celebrated on May 8, World Migratory Birthday? Which day was celebrated on May 8, World Migratory Birthday? Which drug has been developed by DRDO for corona infection on May 8? 2-deoxy-D-glucose. Which drug has been developed by DRDO for corona infections? 2. 2-deoxy-D-glucose. Which app has been launched by CBSE to relieve mental stress of students and parents? Those for Life. Which app has been launched by CBSE to relieve mental stress of students? Those for Life. Which has become the first state in India to issue a global tender for the supply of COVID vaccine? It's Uttar Pradesh. Which has become the first state in India to issue a global tender for the supply of COVID vaccine? It's Uttar Pradesh. The WHO has allowed the vaccine for which Chinese company to be used in emergency? Sinopharm. WHO has allowed the vaccine of which Chinese company to be used in emergency? Sinopharm. Which mountaineer from Nepal has become the first mountaineer in the world to summit Mount Everest? Kami Rita Sherpa. Which mountaineer from Nepal has become the first mountaineer in the world to summit Mount Everest for the 25th time? Kami Rita Sherpa. Not one, not two. It's for 25 times. Kami Rita Sherpa. She is the tiger. Whose birth anniversary was celebrated on 9th May? Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Whose birth anniversary was celebrated on 9th May? It's Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Which day was celebrated on 9th May? World Mother's Day. Which day was celebrated on 9th May? It's World Mother's Day. Who has won the women's single title at Madrid Open Tennis? It's Ashley Barty of Australia. Who has won the women's single title at Madrid Open Tennis? Ashley Barty, Australia. Which UT has received the target of Har Ghar Jal? Puducherry. Which UT has achieved the target of Har Ghar Jal? It's Puducherry. Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope has talked about providing free treatment to patients of mucormycosis under which scheme? Mahatma Phule Jan Arogya Yojana. Maharashtra Health Minister Rajesh Tope has talked about providing free treatment to patients of mucormycosis under which scheme? Mahatma Phule Jan Arogya Yojana. Who has been honored with the World Food Prize for the year 2021? Dr. Shakuntala Hark Singh Tistad. Who has been honored with the World Food Prize for the year 2021? Dr. Shakuntala Hark Singh Tistad. Who was honored with the 15th Sheikh Zayed Book Prize? Dr. Tahira Kutubuddin. Who has been honored with 15th Sheikh Zayed Book Prize? Dr. Tahira Kutubuddin. Which day was celebrated on May 12? International Nurse Day. Which day was celebrated on May 12? It's International Nurse Day. Which country has announced a ban on the export of animals? Slaughterhouse. It's England. Which country has announced a ban on the export of animals for slaughterhouse? It's England. Which country has conducted the first test of metro services? Bangladesh in Dhaka. Which country has conducted the first test of metro service? It's Bangladesh, Dhaka. Who has won the English Premier League? Manchester City by defeating Manchester United. who has won the English Premier League of 2021 and 22. It's Manchester City by defeating Manchester United, who has been appointed by the BCCI as the head coach of Indian senior women's cricket team, Ramesh Pawar, who has been appointed by the BCCI as the head coach of Indian senior women's cricket team, Ramesh Pawar. Which country team continues to top the ICC Test ranking? It's Indian team. Which country team continues to top the ICC Test ranking? It's Indian team. Elon Musk company Tesla has refused to accept payment in which virtual currency? Bitcoin. Elon Musk company Tesla has refused to accept payment in which virtual currency? Bitcoin. Which app has been launched by the Manipur government for home delivery of fresh vegetables on May 14? Moma Market. Which mobile app has been launched by Manipur government for home delivery of fresh vegetables? Moma Market. Which day was celebrated on 15th May? International Family Day. Which day was celebrated on 15th May? It's International Family Day. Who has become the new Prime Minister of Tibetan government in exile? Pempa T. Sering. Who has become the new Prime Minister of Tibetan government in exile? Pempa T. Sering. Punjab CM Captain Amrinder Singh has announced which city to become 23rd District of Punjab? Malerkotla. Punjab CM Captain Amrinder Singh has announced which city to become the 23rd District of Punjab? Malerkotla. Which Indian origin woman has been appointed as a senior advisor to the White House? Neera Tandon. Which Indian origin woman has been appointed as senior advisor to White House? It's Neera Tandon. The police of which state has started Mission Hostler to supply essential materials to COVID patients? Uttarakhand. The police of which state has started Mission Hostler to supply essential materials to COVID-19 patients? Uttarakhand. Which cyclonic storm has caused massive destruction along the Gujarat coast? Toate. By naming Myanmar. Which cyclonic which cyclonic storm has caused massive destruction along the Gujarat coast? Toate. By naming Myanmar. Which state foundation day was celebrated on May 16th? Second. Which state foundation day was celebrated on May 16th? Second. Who has won the European Tour veteran British Master golf title? Richard Beland of England. Who has won the European Tour veteran British Master golf title? Richard Beland of England. Which country has launched its most powerful supercomputer, CMORG? It's Iran. Which country has launched its most powerful supercomputer, CMORG? Iran. Which hypertension day was celebrated on May 17th? Measure your blood pressure, control it, live longer. World Hypertension Day was celebrated on May 17th with which theme? Measure your blood pressure, control it, live longer. Which day was celebrated on 17th May? World Telecommunication Day. Which day was celebrated on May 17th? World Telecommunication Day. Who won Miss Universe 2020 title? Andrea Major. Who won Miss Universe 2020 title? Andrea Major. Who won the 10th Italian Open title on May 17th by defeating world number 1 Novak Djokovic? It's Rafael Nadal. Who won the 10th Italian Open title on May 17th by defeating world number 1 Novak Djokovic? Rafael Nadal. Under which scheme Union Ministry of Social Justice has started call centers for the elderly? Elderline scheme. Under which scheme Union Minister of Social Justice has started call centers for the elderly? Elderline scheme. Which animal of India has been included in the Big Five of wildlife photography? National animal Asiatic tiger. Which animal of India has been included in the Big Five of wildlife photography? It's national animal Asiatic tiger. Who has been named as the executive chairman of the National Legal Service Authority? Uday Umesh Lalit. Who has been named as the executive chairman of the National Legal Services? Uday Umesh Lalit. Which app has been launched by the Bihar government for monitoring home isolated COVID-19 patients? Hit COVID app. Which app has been launched by the Bihar government for monitoring home isolated COVID-19 patients? Hit COVID app. Which women's team has defeated Chelsea to win Women's Championship League title for the first time? Barcelona Women. Which women team has defeated Chelsea to win the Women's Champions League title for the first time? Barcelona Women. The cabinet of which state has approved the formation of legislative council in the state? It's West Bengal. The cabinet of which state has approved the formation of legislative council in the state? It's West Bengal. Which day was celebrated on May 18? AIDS Vaccine Day. Which day was celebrated on May 18? AIDS Vaccine Day. Who remains at the first place in the tennis ranking released by ATP? Novak Djokovic of Serbia. Who remains at the first place in tennis ranking released by ATP? Novak Djokovic of Serbia. Who has been appointed by the BCCI as the batting coach of the Indian women cricket team? Shiv Sundar Das. Who has been appointed by the BCCI as the batting coach of the Indian women cricket team? Shiv Sundar Das. According to the Bloomberg index released on May 18, who has become the richest person in the world? Jeff Bezos. According to the Bloomberg index released on May 18, who has become the richest person in the world? Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is from Amazon. Who was awarded the 2020 Millennium Technology Prize? Shankar Balasubramaniam. Who was awarded the 2020 Millennium Technology Prize? Shankar Balasubramanian. Which six Indian sites have been included in the probable list of World Heritage by UNESCO? Ganga Ghat of Varanasi, Temple of Kanchipuram, Satpura Tiger Reserve, Higher Bengal Megalithic Site, Maratha Military Architecture, Bheda Ghat and Lambed Ghat of Jabalpur. Which six Indian site has been included in the probable list of World Heritage by UNESCO? Ganga Ghat of Varanasi, Temples of Kanchipuram, Satpura Tiger Reserve, Higher Bengal Megalithic Site, Maratha Military Architecture, Bheda Ghat and Lamhet Ghat of Jabalpur. Which day was celebrated on May 20? World Meteorology Day and Bee Day. Which day was celebrated on May 20? World Meteorology Day and Bee Day. Who has designed the Oxygen Recycling System? ORS. It's Indian Navy. Who has designed the Oxygen Recycling System? ORS. It's Indian Navy. Which state government has launched Amrit Vahini app for online booking of hospital beds? It's Jharkhand. Which government has launched Amrit Vahini app for online booking of hospital beds? Jharkhand. Who has been appointed as the member of International Hockey Federation Athletics Committee? Srisa Paratu. Who has been appointed as the member of the International Hockey Federation Athlete Committee? Srijesh Paratu. Who has become the second richest person in Asia? Gautam Adani, and first was Mukesh Ambani. Who has become the second richest person in Asia? Gautam Adani, first was Mukesh Ambani. Which destroyer ship of in the Indian Navy? Sorry, which destroyer ship of Indian Army was decommissioned after 41 years? INS Rajput. Which destroyer ship of the Indian Army has decommissioned after 41 years? It's INS Rajput. Which day was celebrated on 21st May, Anti-Terrorism Day? Which day was celebrated on 21st May? It's Anti-Terrorism Day. Which initiative has launched by the Center to support indigenous solutions and innovative products to fight COVID-19? Nidhi for COVID 2.0. Which initiative has been launched by the Center to support indigenous solutions and innovative products to fight COVID-19? Nidhi for COVID 2.0. Which countries meditated the end of ceasefire between Israel and Palestine in Gaza? Egypt, Qatar, United Nations. Which country mediated the end of ceasefire between Israel and Palestine in Gaza? Egypt, Qatar, United Nations. Which Ireland veteran fast bowler has announced his retirement from international cricket? Boyd Rankin. Which Ireland veteran fast bowler has announced the retirement from international cricket? Boyd Rankin. Who was awarded the 18 Glitch Rich Award, Hockey India, who has been awarded 18 Glitch Award, Hockey India. Where will the FIFA U17 Women's World Cup be held? September-October 22 in India. Women's World Cup be held in September-October 22. FIFA is in India. On May 1st, the Parliament of Kenya has decided to make the first woman Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Martha Koome. The Parliament of Kenya has decided to make first woman Chief Justice of Supreme Court, Martha Koome. Which day was celebrated on 22nd May, Biodiversity Day? Which state government has launched the Oxygen Self-Reliant Scheme? Government of Maharashtra. Which government has launched the Oxygen Self-Reliant Scheme? Government of Maharashtra. Who has been appointed by US President Joe Biden as a special envoy for North Korea? Sung Kim. Who has been appointed by US President Joe Biden as a special envoy for North Korea? Sung Kim. Which volcano of Congo has erupted after 19 years? Nyiragongo. Which volcano of Congo has erupted after 19 years? Nyiragongo. Asia Cup 2021 to be held in Sri Lanka has been postponed due to COVID-19. Now, when will it be organized? 2023. Asia Cup 2021 to be held in Sri Lanka has been postponed due to COVID-19. Now, when will it be organized? In 2023. Which state government has approved a law punishing fraudulent marital conversion? Gujarat. Which state government has approved a law punishing fraudulent marital conversion? Gujarat. Which day was celebrated on 24th? Commonwealth Day. Which day was celebrated on May 24th? Commonwealth Day. Which company has announced social security scheme for its employees and their families? Tata Steel. Which company has announced social security scheme for its employees and their families? Tata Steel. Which tennis player has associated with Target Olympic Podium Scheme? Ankit Raina. Which tennis player has been associated with Target Olympic Podium Scheme? Ankit Raina. According to the information, Mohali Mohali Hockey Stadium in Punjab will be named after Padam Shri Balbir Singh Senior. According to the information, Mohali Hockey Stadium in Punjab will be named after Padam Shri Balbir Singh Senior. Which digital company has launched COVID-19 vaccination cashback program for the first time in India? Bharat Pay. Which digital company has launched COVID vaccination cashback program for the first time in India? It's Bharat Pay. According to the Forbes, who has become the richest person in the world, surpassing Jeff Bezos? It's Bernard Arnault of France. According to the Forbes, who has become the richest person in the world, surpassing Jeff Bezos? Bernard Arnault of France. Which state has launched Sanjeevani project for the treatment of COVID patients at home? Haryana. Which state has launched Sanjeevani project for the treatment of COVID patients at home? Haryana. Which day was observed on 25th May? World Thyroid Day. Which day was observed on 25th May? World Thyroid Day. The sports minister has approved the opening of how many Khelo Indian centers in 7 states of country? 143. Sports minister has approved the opening of how many Khelo Indian centers in 7 states of country? 143. Who has been awarded the International Dublin Literary Prize? Valerina Lucili. Who has been awarded the International Dublin Literary Prize? Valerina Lucili. Which land has been excluded from Land Selling Act by Himachal Pradesh government? Tea gardens. Which land has been excluded from Land Selling Act by the Himachal Pradesh government? Tea gardens. Northern Railway has issued an order of suspension due to which player was accused of murder. Wrestler Sushil Kumar. Northern Railway has issued an order of suspension due to which player was accused of murder. Wrestler Sushil Kumar, who has named the Yash storm that caused heavy destruction in other sites including West Bengal, Oman. WHO has named the Yash storm that caused heavy destruction in other states in Bengal, Oman. The world's first man to get corona vaccine has passed away. What was his name? William Shakespeare. The world's first man to get corona vaccine has passed away. What was his name? William Shakespeare. Which Indian weightlifter won silver medal in 73 kg weight category at Junior Weightlifting Championship? Achinta Seoli. Which Indian weightlifter won the silver medal in 73 kg weight category at World Junior Weightlifting Championship? Achinta Seoli. Which Bollywood actor has been awarded gold visa by UAE? Sanjay Dutt. Which Bollywood actor has been awarded gold visa by UAE on May 26? Sanjay Dutt. Which day was celebrated on May 28? Menstrual Hygiene Day. Which day was celebrated on May 28? Menstrual Hygiene Day. Who has won the Syrian presidential election? Bashar al-Assad. Who has won the Syrian presidential election? Bashar al-Assad. President of which country has apologized for his role in the 1994 genocide in Rwanda? French President Emmanuel Macron. President of which country has apologized for his role in 1994 genocide in Rwanda? French President Emmanuel Macron. Which award has been conferred on Bharat Ratna Professor Siana Rao for research in the field of renewable energy sources and renewable storage? International Annie Award 2020. Which award has been conferred on Bharat Ratna Professor C.N.R. Rao for research in the field of renewable energy sources and renewable storage? International Annie Award 2020. Who has been honored with the Audience Award for the Best Feature Film on 19th Los Angeles Indian Film Festival? Director Ajit Pal Singh film Fire in the Mountains. Who has been honored with the Audience Award for the Best Feature Film at the 19th Los Angeles Indian Film Festival on May 28. Director Ajit Pal Singh's film Fire in the Mountain. Which country has become the second largest foreign direct investment (FDI) in India? US. First was Singapore. Which country has become the second largest FDI investment in India? US. First was of Singapore. Which day was celebrated on May 29? International Everest Day? Which day was celebrated on May 29? International Everest Day? Which scheme has been announced by the Assam government for the welfare of children who lost their parents due to COVID? Mukhyamantri Sishu Seva Yojana. Which scheme has been announced by Assam government for the welfare of children who lost their parents due to COVID-19? Mukhyamantri Sishu Seva Yojana. Which scheme has been announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the children who have lost their parents due to COVID-19? PM Cares Bal Yojana. Which scheme has been announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the children who have lost their parents due to COVID? PM Cares Bal Yojana. Which state celebrated its Foundation Day? Goa on May 30. Which state celebrated its Foundation Day on May 30? Goa. In which country a mixture of Indian and British form of coronavirus has been detected? Vietnam. Which country in which country a mixture of India and British form of coronavirus has been detected? Vietnam. Government of Bihar has announced financial assistance of how much rupees for the children orphaned due to corona under Bal Sahayata Yojana? 1500 rupees monthly up to 18 years. Government of Bihar has announced financial assistance of how many rupees for the children orphaned due to corona under Bal Sahayata Yojana? 1500 rupees monthly up to 18 years. Which day was celebrated on May 31st with the theme Commit to Quit? World No Tobacco Day. Which day was celebrated on May 31st with the theme Commit to Quit? World No Tobacco Day. Which state government has given in principle approval to grant Center of Excellence status to 7 universities, its Gujarat, which state government has given in principle approval to grant Center for of Excellence status to 7 universities, Gujarat, who was awarded WHO Director General Special Award by WHO for efforts in tobacco control, Dr. Harshvardhan, who was awarded WHO Director General Space Award by WHO for efforts in tobacco control, Dr. Harshvardhan, who has become the oldest person in America to scale Mount Everest, Arthur Muir, who has become the oldest person in America to scale Mount Everest, Arthur Muir, who has become the fastest female mountaineer to climb Mount Everest, Tsang Bin Yuan, Hong Kong, who has become the fastest female mountaineer to climb Mount Everest, Tsang Yen Huang, Hong Kong. Which student of Kerala has been given UAE's golden visa in the exceptional student category? Tasneem Aslam. Which student of Kerala has been given UAE's golden visa in exceptional student category? Tasneem Aslam. Who won the Belgrade Open title on May 31st? Novak Djokovic. Who won the Belgrade Open title on May 31st? Novak Djokovic. So this is it, guys. May month current affairs of SPD one-liners have ended. Thank you.